Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. It's good afternoon from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly DLG repping, otherwise short for Dele London Guna. Space Romeo Echo Papa Papa Indigo November. I do apologise for being over an hour late. Um, Yet again, it's not on. There's no excuses, and I understand that it's not tolerated and it's completely unacceptable. However, you know what they say, better late than never, but that's besides the point. There's no excuses. I know I've planned the stream for 2:30, and it's now 24 minutes, 22 minutes to to 4 o'clock. But you know what they say, better late than never. And shout out to the one viewer already who's been waiting. I do apologise, my regular follower, or if you're new, you know what you have to do. Right. Other than that, allow me to say good morning to you guys, whether you are coming from church, whether you are coming from shopping, or allow me to say good evening to you guys, whether you're at the gym, going through your circuit training, I don't know, with all your paces or your physical endurance. Allow me to say, well, I did say good evening. Well, or whether you are out and about in the evening, enjoying yourself, a game of bingo, who knows? Or allow me to say good night and rest well. Otherwise, this is another match review involving the Gunners, and it finished yesterday at the King Power Stadium. Leicester City 0, Arsenal 1. The goal scorer was Gabriel Martinelli. Now, for me, I am relieved. I am pleased with the result, but I think on another day, at least winning by 2-0, if not 3-0. We were valued for the win. We dominated the majority of the game, especially the first half. We completely controlled the game from the start of the first half to the finish. Just unfortunate that we didn't get the lead at half time. And Leandro Trossard, what a top strike. What a strike. Top bins all day long. And only for Benjamin White to mess up his first ever Premier League goal away from home for Arsenal. He screwed it up for him. And Benjamin White, you owe him an apology. And I do mean you owe him an apology. You should never have fouled the goalkeeper. But there you go. Otherwise, all in all, great performance again. 3 points on the board. We were 2 points. We were 5 points ahead of Manchester City. Well, 2 points prior to the kickoff against Leicester. We made it to 90 minutes plus stoppage time. Got the job done. 3 points in the bag. We were 5 points clear of Man City for a couple of hours, and then Man City goes smack up Bournemouth 4-1. And let's be honest, they controlled that first half and destroyed Bournemouth within that first half as well. It was no coming back for Bournemouth, despite the fact that they got a consolation. Whoopie-doo. Other than that, let's get into the player rating, shall we? In goal, Aaron Ramsdale. I can't remember him having a thing to do. His distribution with the ball at his feet, superb as per usual. He does come across as a keeper that gets bored, but there's a reason for it. But for me, other than that, he's kept himself another clean sheet, 3 points for himself. He's barely had to help the team, other than clear his lines when he had to distribute. He knew when to play out from the back when he could, and yeah, his distribution as always on point, superb. For me, Aaron Ramsdale, I'll just give him a 7 overall for him. Benjamin White. Now, for me, yeah, he had an okay game. In fact, he was superb on an offensive front. got forward to support Saka as much as he could, put in accurate crosses with end product for me. Defensively, did his job as best he can as well. The only thing that I criticise him for is the foul on the goalkeeper. I just can't understand why he would have fouled the goalkeeper, Ward. But other than that, I'll give him a 7 all in all. William Saliba, very calm, very assuring. Every attacker, whether it was Kelechi Iheanacho, whether it was Jamie Vardy or Patson Daka, he was up to the task and he dealt with them very well. And for me, he defended superbly well, read the game magnificently. I'm going to give him an 8. Gabriel Dos Santos Magalhaes, man of the match. He gets a 9. He was a colossus, completely immense. Won his tackles, won his headers, dealt with Kelechi Iheanacho superbly well. And for me, E-Man marked him in his pocket. That's the Gabriel our first knew. That's the Gabriel that we all first watched when he burst into the scene in his Premier League debut behind closed doors away to Fulham in that 3-0 win. That's the Gabriel we once know, and that was the Gabriel that day. I gave him a 10 out of 10. But this one, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. Absolutely superb, my man of the match. Alexander Zinchenko, good bit of play, great play on the ball at his feet, should I say. He did drift inside too many times in the midfield area. I didn't like that. Again, didn't have too much to do, too much defensive work to do, because most of the time there was little threat from Tete and Harvey Barnes, but mainly Tete didn't have any. He didn't have a moment to deal with him. He didn't really have to deal with him as such. Offensively, going forward, played some silky, sublime passes as well. I'm going to give him a 7.5. Alexander Zinchenko. Guys, let me know in the comment section. I forgot to say, make sure that you smash the thumbs up like button for me, yeah? Show me love, joy, and respect. Smash the thumbs up like button for me, galore. On top of that, share this channel amongst your all over the globe, especially amongst your friends and your relatives. If you're watching me for the first time, welcome on board. On top of that, yeah, in the comment section below, give me your ratings of the players, your rating of the management, ref, to fans, your opinion of the game, etc. Leave it in the comment section below. And on top of that, yeah, make sure you do subscribe to the channel, yeah? Smash that sub button for me, left, right, and center. Gloriously, but passionately for me. Right, back to the ratings. Jorginho, for me, outstanding for me. Outstanding. He played an outstanding pass to Bukayo Saka, put him through in behind that Leicester defence, and that caused some problems for them. Absolutely tremendous. He won his tackles. He made sure he was 10 yards in front of the defence, especially the two centre-halves. Put himself about as he always did. He has been superb since he's stepped in for Thomas Partey, and we've missed him less due to his excellent performances. And I thought he was superb yesterday. 8.5 for Jorginho. Martin Odegaard, yeah, okay in places. Not terrific, but he weren't poor by any stretch of the imagination. Link-up play in places were sublime at times, but not the best. Maybe not the best of games for him. And yeah, he's dropped down. He's dropped down in his levels to his standards. I expect a lot more from Martin Odegaard. I'm going to give him a 6.5. Granit Xhaka, again, he looks like he's struggling for energy. He really looks like he is really struggling for energy. Other than that, he was involved in our offensive play. He was part of the offensive, good offensive work, where he showed his presence from an attacking point of view. Maybe he lacked the end product that he would have shown with more confidence at the beginning of the season, or even just after the season resumed. For me, he may need a rest at some point, but again, not too bad. I'm giving him a 6. Bukayo Saka, now not one of his best games again. Last week, I would have given him an 8 out of 10, or maybe an 8.5 out of 10. This week, maybe a 7 out of 10. He did get involved. He tried to get involved as much as he can. He had a defender, Christensen, on him at all cases, and when he got into the final third, he always looked a threat. 7 out of 10 for Bukayo Saka. Leandro Trossard, great strike in the first half. He cannot be faulted for having his goal disallowed. That's down to Benjamin White. That would have been his first away goal in the Premier League for Arsenal, but Benjamin White had other ideas. Silly from Benjamin White what he did there, and I'm sure he would have received an apology, because if he didn't, then he should receive an apology for that. Great assist for Martinelli's goal through the legs of the defender, put Martinelli through, and he'll be pleased with that. Overall, I thought he was all right. 7 out of 10. Gabriel Martinelli as the lone striker. For me, he was drifted. He was on the left-hand side most of the time, and Trossard was in the middle. But again, yeah, he was quite poor in the first half. Decision-making at times. I mean, he's in the penalty area on the left-hand side of it. He's gone the outside of the defender, but he's gone for a shot when he should have just gone for a simple cutback or a cross. And the shot's gone horribly wide. Embarrassing. Second half, he livened up a lot more better. I thought he got into the game a lot more, got more involved, and got his goal. I'll give him a 7, just about. The two substitutions, Eddie Nketiah, yeah, he had more minutes than Thomas Partey, and not the impact that he should have had. I'm going to give him a standard 5. Thomas Partey, standard 5. He didn't have much time to impact, to get involved in the game and make an impact. So standard 5. Mikel Arteta, for me, he got it. He got the tactics spot on here. We dominated the first half. We still dominated the second half, even though Leicester received a lot more possession that second half and put us under a cosh, but without really threatening our goalkeeper. But other than that, yes, he knew when to make the changes. He brought on Eddie Nketiah for Trossard. I didn't think Trossard had too much of a bad game. I had to question that substitution, but Thomas Partey, that would have made sense, just to reassure them, just to bulk up the midfield, because I think Leicester were getting some joy. And credit to Mikel Arteta, he spotted that situation and brought on Thomas Partey. I feel that it was a game that he really got his decisions right. I'll give him an 8.5. The referee, poor. There was, how many times did Saka get kicked? I lost count after 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 times. He was, not brutally, but he had rough treatment from the Leicester City players. Any Leicester City player that got near him, he just got the rough treatment. And there should have been at least 2 Leicester City players booked for reckless challenges on Bukayo Saka. I am worried about the lack of protection on him and a number of players in the Premier League. Getting rough treatment after rough treatment. The tackles are just ridiculous. Studs in first as well. But other than that, I'm going to give the referee, I thought he was quite poor, 3. The Arsenal fans, terrific from start to finish. You could see that the players thrived off their support. They got behind the team from the second go to the second end, and for me, they deserve the credit. And they've travelled in their droves, you know, from far and between. Some from the outskirts of London. We had Arsenal fans in Leicester City. We have Arsenal fans coming from London. They got here by train, by their cars. However means they got to the stadium, they did. They travelled in their droves and got behind the team. A good 3,000, maybe 4,000 Arsenal fans in the away section. So I'm going to give them a 10 out of 10. So that is my player ratings all done. That's my ratings of the fans and the referee and Mikel Arteta. I will be doing another live stream on Tuesday, a day before the Everton game at the Emirates, and I will be there around, hopefully getting into the stadium and viewing the game for myself. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I forgot to say that. But other than that, always a pleasure to talk to you guys based on what's happened 24 hours after an Arsenal match. Always a pleasure to get. And please give me your views of the game in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you guys. Otherwise, ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys to the girls, once again, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching and saving the best to last. Thank you so much for putting up with me. And as you can see, I've had a nice fresh trim and a fresh shave. I have to go now. Of course, it's the Carabao Cup final, and I'm going for the underdogs because I do want the underdogs to win, but I am realistic. Manchester United are odds-on favourites right now. We'll see. Anyway, more peace, more love, more blessings again. And remember to look after your friends. Do look after your families, and make sure you look after yourself, whether you're at home or you're out about by yourself with friends. Just look after yourselves, yeah? That's DLG repping. Remember, we're going to chat again, yeah? Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Always remember, please be nice. And I do mean it. Please always be nice.